right, all right, all right, all right. All right, Shalom. PITW. With Ahaya Ahaya. Peace in the wilderness. With Ahaya Ahaya. Sister Deborah is coming this evening with just a word or two regarding the truth of the whole matter. The truth of the whole matter. Um, I'm gonna tell you all, something is going on. Something is going on, and it's not good. Somewhere along the line, something is going on. It's a place that we should be, but seems as if we are not there. And I wonder, is it because when it do reveal itself, it's what it's going to do and feel like, the experience, the sorrow and the pain of it. Um, it's to me, it's like a quiet storm right now. It's like the storm has quiet, it has ceased, and which it has not. But I'm speaking of how the people today are are moving about. The people today are moving about as if there's nothing really taking place in this day and time. But it is, y'all. It's a lot of things taking place. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. A lot of people would think that in this day and time, we need to be telling people only the things that causes them to believe that only good reside. Okay? And they want to be able to tell you the lie of the ideal of saying, oh, the Most High God is doing something and He's about to bless you and you're about to prosper. And I'm like saying, have these individuals, they, no, they don't understand. I start to say, have they had any type of understanding? But they don't. Because it's better for people. Hello in the live chat. It's good to see you. It's better for them to, and it's these two so-called melanated men. They forever on here telling people that things about to get better. You think we're about to prosper. We're about to have things, and God is about to bless you. You know, your tomorrow is going to be better than your yesterday. And all this, I'm like saying, where are these people getting this? But me as a prophetess in the wilderness, it's like a quiet, the storm. It's like quiet. It's almost like it ain't that it has ceased, because I think when the storm really hit, I don't think it's going to ever cease to a point where um, it's quiet. I think the moment it get to the dial, the word y'all gonna turn it up, I don't think it's no turning it down. I really don't. Matter of fact, I know it ain't. So when that dial is turned up, he's turning up, turning it up, he's turning it up, and he's gonna keep turning, and you're gonna miss it. Because it's things that's happening. Let me take you an example. I wanted so bad to, I can't do nothing about it. I can't. So ain't no need me trying to think that I can. You all, they had opened the borders and allowed a lot of people. I want you all to know, without a doubt, there was a trade. Oh, Father, where I'm going with this. There was a trade. If we opened the border, what would you give us in return? Do you all really believe they opened the borders for everybody to send their ex-convicts and all their criminals and people who doing crime and just people who ain't got nothing, had nothing, been on the streets? Let's send them across to the United States of America. Just imagine what price was paid. Deborah, you better not go there. I got to. I got to. You see? And I sit back and watch how everybody is so calm and collect, as if ain't nothing happened. What was the price? Have you ever thought of that? What price did the United States pay? What was the trade? Do you really believe this country let all those people in here just because they want this country to have all kind of people over here so that they can take care of them? When they came over here, you see all what they gave them and still giving them. They had to have had inherit something. What was the trade? Can anybody? Or will anybody know? No. Because the heart of people are all over the place. What was the trade? What would you say the trade? Oh, yeah, that's true. The lies. But you know, they had to have the lie first. So that's definitely, it had to have been a lie first. You're right about that. But for the United States of America to open up the borders for that many people to just come in so that they can be responsible for their living, their food, their well-being. What was the trade? What did they trade for? I remember 4 years ago when they first President Biden, I think that's his name, pronounced it, when he first opened up the borders. What came over? And see, this is why I say it's really sad. And when Sister Deborah telling you the truth of the whole matter, it's a feeling. This here happened, y'all. What I'm speaking of is reality. It is truth. Nobody in this country ever thought about what I'm just saying. What was the trade? What did the United States trade for? You think the United States wanted a lot of over here who can't speak their language, who's been ex-cons, been out of all these prisons, been out of these mental hospitals, been out on the streets, and they told them on the four corners, you can bring them here. We are opening up the borders. Oh, now I got to go before the Most High, y'all. I got to go before the Most High, y'all. This is too deep. I got to get some understanding in my spirit on this one. There was a trade. The truth of the matter, there was a trade. In about the last 2 years, you ain't seen no children. That was the trade y'all got. The trade was, if we let them in, we want ownership of the children. You can look at all on this media, and when you see them, you see grown folks. Nobody says, what happened to them children? Where are those children? Where are the babies? What happened to all of them? Ain't nobody saying nothing. And in me is what I always knew. Even when I come on this devil platform, I always able to feel who's who and what's what. And right now, I'm like, Father, wait a minute. I just titled that the truth of the whole matter. Where you going with this? The trade was that if you bring in your people, you allow your prisons to be open, and you allow families and everything, we'll take your prisoners, we'll take your whatever, if you give us the children. The United States of America got more than 500,000 children. I saw a video one time, and I thought it was kind of deep. And I just learned, I think that's about 8 months ago when I talked about it, someone just told me that they killed her. She was found dead at her home. This Mexican lady, there is where the trucks pull up, and then they have to sit and regas and set up, and it have to be somebody out there to check. And it was this Mexican, like dressed in like security. She was the one that was there. So it happened they accidentally had one of the doors open, and she was just walking back and forth, and kind of glimpsed into the truck and saw all babies, not like little babies, but children, body parts, full. She took off running and hollering at the same time. You guys, the trade. We want the children. Many of them was used for all kind of things, y'all. Body parts, organs, sex trafficking, raping, murdering. See, what y'all don't understand, and y'all never will. That's why I say the truth of the matter, the whole matter is, when darkness is as dark as it is today, who gives a rap behind if you see it or not being dark? You don't matter if you don't see it, because it ain't meant for you to see. Because you're sitting in it, you're walking in it, you're talking in it, and you're acting in darkness. You don't know you in darkness. It takes somebody like me to pull up and say, hey, bro, hey, sis, you in darkness. To where the world has got to, something is wrong somewhere in this country where nobody has to, won't do nothing, won't say nothing. Where are the children? Where are the babies? The system, the government, the FBI, the CIA, the ISIS, all of them know, you guys, that there was more than 500,000 children came across the border. Where are they? Keep looking. You might see one every now and then, but you ain't gonna see many children. What happened? What happened to all those children? Nobody saying nothing. Oh no, y'all. It's time. It's time for y'all to turn this bad boy up. I don't care if I'm in the midst of this old rotten world country. It's time for him to turn that bad boy up on high. Is he going to do it? Without a doubt. And not because I'm saying he should or he will, because that's what he's doing already. And I'm grateful for him to allow me to see that it is and it has been turned up. Just to be able to know that. I'm grateful. I'm not out here thinking that everything is just peachy keen and everything is. Matter of fact, y'all, I spent the last 4 or 5 hours in the emergency room. You would never tell. You would never know it, would you? Yes. Serious. Me going to have me checked out. And here I am talking to you all. But I'm just adding that on to the truth of the whole matter. Here I am. And so what happened to these babies? That was the trade, you guys. The United States traded. They got something out of it. And that was what they wanted. Because they knew if they get those babies over here, thus they're not going to be counted. Ain't nobody going to look for them. Ain't nobody going to count them. Mothers and fathers, they ain't going to give a rat's behind. As long as they get over there, hang their children straight over to them. And when I think of the Hebrew so-called Israelite, bro, sis, you ain't seen nothing yet. If a country that you are in this United States, can take more than 500,000 children and disappear at a blink of an eye and nobody says not one word. Do they know it? Yeah, they know it. I was sitting here saying, well, what can I add into this, Father? Yeah, Deborah, the whole truth of the matter. Ain't nobody saying nothing about nothing. I said, but it feels like the storm has ceased. No, ain't no storm cease. It's just what about to roar up. That's all it is to it. It's what is about to roar up. And I'm like saying, like, you mean to tell me, Father, y'all, they trade opening up the borders just for the children. What happened to the children? Nobody cares. Nobody says anything. Nobody move. Nobody speak of it. Now, just imagine all these people. You got a YouTube page. The truth doesn't matter. Everybody got a YouTube page. Trying to make the fame. And the judgment of the Most High Yah. And the wrath of Yah. And the fire has been lit on this earth. And you run around here trying to get fame right now. Because YouTube putting you money in your pocket. It's going to flip on you. What you thought was good from the devil, it's going to flip on your bad butt. It's going to flip on you. And y'all going to let it flip. Since you want to flip-flop with the world and try to call it of y'all, no. Y'all know what you're doing and how you're doing it. And he gets nothing out of it. But yet you want the world to think you represent him. Won't tell the truth of the matter of nothing. Whether it's spirit or truth or the truth of the matter. They won't come up and say nothing. But the trade over for opening up the borders was that we would gain the children. And just think, my prayers is always regarding my children. Yah, if it be thy will, let your will rest in them and they rest in your will. Save them, sanctify, deliver them, Father. That's all I can do. I don't have the hell of heaven to put them in, but I know he already got it written. All I have to do is just keep praying. It ain't gonna change what he got written, though. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. If you're bound already in the one book, the books to the lake of hell, that's where you're gonna go. And Sister Deborah prayers ain't going to help you. You see what I'm saying? If you bound for the kingdom, that's where you going to go. Sister Deborah can't do nothing to counteract it. I wouldn't if I tried. No way. Knowing about the right hand. Think I'm going to mess with that? No, I'm not. Why did they do that to the babies? I am too. I said it every day. I'm so glad it's finished and it's over. But the hurt that comes with it, just to think that the trade over. And did y'all know I didn't know that was the trade over until I sat here and the spirit was dealing with me, telling me, Deborah, that's what they trade over for, the children. Oh no, Father, y'all. Is they that sick? They've been that sick, baby. They've been that sick. They've been taking little children, kidnapping little children since the beginning of this country. He said this country is at its highest of darkness and evil and wicked. That's why it ain't gonna take nothing but a blink of an eye for him to take it out. He said, in that day, 1 hour, Babylon has fallen. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't grip stuff like that. They're not even looking at stuff like that. So this one guy, he's a European, and he can't be no more than 50. But he's the one who worked on the border, whatever. But he's like a private investigator, and he deals with the borders. And he was talking about, similar to what I'm saying, about he had to go before the Congress. And he went and asked him about the babies. You should see what they said to him. It is off the chain. He said, why ain't nobody concerned about the babies? I'm like, the things that they were saying to him was off the chain. What about you? We see in 2014, you had a rope, like a lynching rope on a video. And he was like, wait a minute, we talking about my job as a private detective working on the border and asking y'all words to children. Why is it y'all ain't telling people where these children, them children are gone, you guys. They gone. And people, no one is talking about nothing that's wrong. How? My issue is this. And is it an issue? Yes, because I'm living witness of what's actually taking place in a student in the wilderness. I'm being taught from a level that many are not taught from and never will be. I'm being shown things and I'm trying to make sense out of it. And the Father said, Deborah, but the truth of the matter is this. Ain't no sense in it. So how you gonna get sense out of something that ain't got no sense in it? Come on now. See, I never thought of it like that. It's just wicked and evil. What it is, what it is. So I, without a doubt, through the Ruach, knows that all those children, now this is the key. Sister Deborah sitting here quoting 500,000. Spirit telling me it's way beyond that, Deborah. As I'm talking to you all. That don't make it feel any better, Father, that it's more. But I just want to let you know the deepness. Ain't this topic about the truth of the matter? The truth of the matter is way more than 500,000. And you don't hear nobody saying nothing. Even the people who came over here. Trump, this system, setting things up. They're going to portray bringing this country down to take funds to make sure that these migrants stay in this country. He ain't fooling nobody. He ain't fooling nobody. The last thing, not the last, I say the third thing should have been building a wall and getting the migrants out. But guess why? They ain't gonna be able to get them out. It was a trade. That's why you got other governments, governors and mayors are going to try to stop Donald Trump, especially in Texas and in Florida. You see, they're going to try to stop them from building the wall or doing anything to the immigrants. Your own country is going to fight their own country to keep the immigrants here. Why? Because they know it was a trade. There was a trade involved, you guys. So you're not going to take these, oh, Father, how many? Oh, Father, how many? Too many. Deborah, too many. But way more than 500,000. That's what the Spirit is telling me. That was a trade. It was a trade. So how can you take them back when it was a trade? Y'all get it? They traded for the children. If they would let them bring in anybody that the other countries would want to bring over, if we make sure we give you all the children first. And they did it. So you see why you can't send the migrants back? Because if you send them back, they'll say, well, where's our children that we came over here with? See, you guys is more invested in all this darkness. I can't, for the life of me, understand why ain't nobody feeling it. It don't have to be my kids for me to feel that thing. All it takes is for me to have a heart like y'all to feel that thing. Now, where are those? The people are going to speak and they're going to tell the story. And to keep them, see, y'all never knew why they was giving them all that money. Deborah, you're going to get yourself in trouble, girl. You're going to be in trouble if you don't watch yourself. See, nobody never knew why they was putting them up in the hotels and giving them all the food stamps and bus passes and money to buy motorcycles and buy. It was a trade. It was a trade. So if Donald Trump pull up and try to send them back, which I know he ain't going to try to do, it's a part of the keeping the United States busy. That means the people keeping their eyes on things, keeping their mindset on things, keeping their mentality, they thought pattern, their understanding, and lining up a certain way so we can work all the way around them until we drop them dead in the hole. And Donald Trump is the one that's going to roll the ball to make everybody think. Now, don't get me wrong. They might pull up with a couple of buses telling you that they taking them or they sending them back. But you guess what, you guys? There's going to be a fight. And listen to me, listen to what I'm saying. And it's not going to be the immigrants that's going to fight to keep them from going back. It's going to be Matthew 24 in verse 7. Matthew 24 in verse 7. And it reads, the nation shall rise against nation. Do y'all know how many nations here in the United States of America? There's a lot of nations here. Matthew 24 and verse 7. For nations shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famine and pestilence. Where's the famine going to come from, y'all? Y'all never thought of it, did you? Famine. Famine. Where's it going to come from? The way the United States system wants you to think is you're going to have shortage in food. We're not going to have this water. We're not going to have this to eat, and we're not going to have this. This is how they're going to do the migrants. You see? They got to make more people be in the country that the country can't even afford to take care of. You see? So it has to turn into famine, pestilence, because they subject to use them to transport the bio that they're going to come out with as well. Use them. So when it's sitting here saying Matthew 24 and verse 7, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, he ain't saying a country against country, continent against continent, Russia against China, America against Ukraine, or Ukraine against America. No, he says nation against nation. That means people against people, kingdom against kingdom, people who think like the KKK against the Hebrew Israelites, people who think they got a kingdom built. That's why I said these Hebrew Israelite men, they better get their tail somewhere and sit hard down. I mean, hard down. Because you are the ones they're going to come after. You ain't doing nothing in the name of the Most High Yah, no way. So you got what you coming. You got what's coming. Okay, see if he deliver you out of their hands. Because you ain't done nothing during the time you was here. Claiming you awakened. Waking to what? Sleep. Okay. So it says pestilence, earthquake in diverse places. Now listen to what it says in verse 8. All these things are the beginning of sorrow. These things is taking place. So when Trump tried to take them back, he can't. And if he do, I'd like to know which one he's going to take back, because there has been a price that has been paid for them coming over here, y'all. Y'all know doing where the United States ain't opened up no borders and let all these people in. Y'all see all the ones coming in now before Trump get in? You know United States ain't opened them up for all them people to come in here. And they taking from the people that's already living here. So how you gonna bring all these people in here? How did you get 150, 60 million people in here anyway? See? You know how? Blind people in this country. So busy, stuck on race, being racist, being hateful, and having perpetual hate. You're looking this way, and they coming from every side of you while you in your hate. And you don't even see what's coming for you, because you're going to end up in the nation against nation and the kingdom against kingdom. That's what they're doing now. Those people from Venezuela, whatever it's called, they fighting, y'all. They decided nobody can you can't arrest them if they do a crime, if they jump on a police, if they kill a police. We ain't gonna be locking these people up. We ain't gonna be doing that. Let them do it, because they got to let Revelation 18 fulfill itself, as well as Matthew 24 and 7. The chaos is already here. So nation against nation is nothing new to Sister Deborah. It's walking itself out to get to the point where Babylon fall from the inside. It's already fallen. Now you got to fall from the inside. Bring the debris down. And the people in different organizations call itself kingdom against kingdom. All of that's going to be right in this country. It's already started, but I'm just, it's amazing how these so-called Hebrew Israelites, or these so-called brothers who wants to be gangs, they want to be the blood and the crip. Why ain't y'all trying to mess with those guys? See, nobody really think about stuff like that. Nobody don't talk about why. The truth of the matter, the whole matter. Nobody don't want that. Why? Why is it no one wants the truth of the matter, of the whole matter? You know why? Because truth in it. That's why. They don't care about whole and the matter. They just don't like the word. They don't like truth. Because truth in it. And that's the truth of the whole matter. Okay? So these things here that's happening, it lets you know sorrow. Do you know what the sorrow is talking about? Anybody know what is this sorrow it talks about in verse 8? Matthew 24 and verse 8. This is the time of sorrow. What do they mean by sorrow? Oh, wait, Deborah, you're going to get yourself in trouble. What are you talking about sorrow? That's what I'm feeling. Because I know truth. And when I'm sitting my crazy tail around, wonder why ain't nobody speaking on this, talking about it, bringing this to the truth doesn't matter, leveling this off, it goes right back to that narrow gate. And very few shall find therein. That sorrow is for me. That sorrow is for me. I got to feel that thing. That's what I try to tell y'all. He's sitting here, Yeshua sitting here saying, let me read that again, Matthews 24. Matthews 24 and verse 8. Let me just say it like it says it. All these are the beginning of sorrow. Who you think he's talking to? You think he's talking to darkness? The serpent seed? Those that are born of the flesh? Those that live in darkness? No. He's talking about the one in light. Hey, guess what, light? This is the time of sorrow. That's why I can look out and wonder, where's everybody at? Why ain't nobody talking about this? Why ain't nobody saying? You mean y'all don't feel it? No, they don't, Deborah. Don't ever forget the narrow gate. Ain't everybody gonna find it like you have found it. Ain't everybody gonna feel that time. You see? People just gliding on in life, don't have a care in the world. So just imagine when it all hit to where he didn't turn it up, where there's no turning back, where you feeling it, even though it ain't even in your house, even though it ain't in your door, at your door, but you're gonna feel it. And what I am, honestly, take their door and bank account, close that bad boy down, Father, y'all. Close their bank account down. That's gonna get them. You see what they don't understand. It's a lot of things the Most High y'all can push the button and turn up the heat on that'll make you feel it from materialistic things. Oh yeah. Close their bank account down. That's what they always threaten you all with anyway, because they know what it takes to bring your tail down. They know what it takes to bring your tail down, to let you feel something. Because take away your materialistic things. Take away your bank account. How about that? Take away the things that they know they got you now. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to take away all that you have. And you're going to be without nothing. One person would say, when I have my house, no, they can't do it. Oh, yes. Don't say what they can't do. It's going to happen. I bet you feel that bad boy then, won't you? You'll feel it then, won't you? This is the beginning of sorrow. You will feel that bad thing. And not only will it feel like it's the beginning, you'll feel like it's the end of your life. You don't even want to live no more. See, a lot of people waiting for him to turn it up a way that they could say, oh, yeah, I see what's going on. No, baby. Let them close your bank down tomorrow for the folks. Matter of fact, let them close your bank down starting tomorrow all the way up until Friday. Now, what today is? Starting Monday. Let them close it from Monday to Sunday. I bet you your tail feel it then. See, don't tell me how y'all can't turn that bad boy up. He can turn it up. He knows what it takes to turn it up. Why? Why do he know? Why would I say that? Y'all know. Because the world know what it takes. That's why why you think they keep warning you, we're gonna take your money, we're gonna take your money, we're gonna close your bank, we're gonna control your money. Why do y'all think they keep saying that? Because they know it's coming. So if you think you ain't gonna feel it, let them tamper with that and see what happens. See what happens. It brings me back to the level of my daily bread, because you know what? Even in that daily bread, he taught me to survive. He said, I told you I got seeds, little bitty seeds. He said, no matter how small it is or how large your seeds are, 3 of those seeds would be 3 meals for you if you was in any situation where you need food, Deborah. Eat the seed. Seed! Not a lot of them pouring it out. No. 3 a day for 3 meals. You got to take up and run. Take the seeds with you. And see, the seeds that I have, I bought it before, what's his name? Bill Gates. And they got these people telling them it's going to be against the law for them to grow things in their garden and have seeds. They can't save the seeds. They already telling them that. I don't know if y'all know that or not. They already letting them know that they can't do it. They already doing it. So that's the number one thing I just said to y'all. Y'all might look and think that when the system start to really, when you start to see y'all turn that bad boy heat up on the judgment on this earth, in this country especially, they already know how to turn, what the heat gonna feel like. All they have to do is close your door and bank account down. That's it. That's it. And they know it. And that's one of the ways y'all gonna let them come around. They're gonna turn that bad boy off. You can maybe get it out. And they're gonna start it like at a short time, maybe a day. Gonna tell you, people gonna be trying to get their money, you ain't gonna be able to get it out. Then when they open it back up, they're gonna wait a minute, and then they're gonna start doing it for a week until they got it and say, let's close it down. They don't, you know why they doing it? They would do it like that because of what I just said to y'all. The truth of the matter is, people walking around here like the storm have ceased and ain't nothing going on. These here people are doing all kind of things and running circles around you with all kind of wicked, and you standing up grinning, clapping, glorifying them. And they sit here wrapping a ring around you. Then all of a sudden, y'all suffer them to close your bank account down. Tell you how you like me now. How about that? How about that? Famine. Pestilence. What's all that about? You tell me that's the beginning of sorrow? Wait a minute, what's going on? He turned that bad boy up. And he going to. And I've been saying that for quite a while. Only thing about it, I'm just grateful that he allowed me to see it already. So when it come, I can deal with it. All of my everybody went over to my mother's house, not my mother's house, my sister's house for their Thanksgiving meal. And I did make them that salad that they wanted. And my daughter, when she went there, she said, oh, Mama, the moment I brought that salad, Mama, they ate it all. I'm like, who would eat that much? They would. Glut. It's gluttony. That's all they do when they come together. See, when you come together, you're supposed to just get a plate and only be satisfied. What these people do, my oldest son came when I dropped their food off at their house. He said, Mama, this day they call themselves he said, Mama, this day they call themselves celebrating. All they doing is glutton. He went back downstairs and went to sleep. He said, all they doing is glutton. I thought he was gonna go over there to my sister. No, he didn't. He went to sleep. He said, all they doing is glutton. So my daughter called me and tell me that they was over there and they all was talking about Crystal's my daughter's fiance, I guess. I don't know what that is. But and I'm like saying, how y'all gonna talk about? Wait a minute. Hold up. How y'all gonna talk about somebody that's not here? And this is supposed to be y'all gathering. You see what kind of trash it's about? You see what I'm saying? And I'm glad my youngest daughter got a taste of it. And I'm hoping Quiet Storm got a taste of it. This is what it's all about. It's not about anything uniting. To me, you want me to come over there for Thanksgiving, Christmas? Even if you want me to come Halloween, I'll be there if I can teach. I will be there. Halloween ain't gonna hold me down. If I got a word from the Most High y'all to give a people, oh, no way. Yeah, I'll be there Christmas. Y'all gonna have y'all tree up. I'll be there. Thanksgiving, oh yeah, here I come. Make sure the turkey is dressed. As long as I'm gonna be a speaker, I show up and show out. And they wouldn't, I can guarantee you they'll never have me there again. And that's what I decided. If I can't be a speaker amongst y'all, don't invite me. I don't want your food. I don't want a glove. I want to give food for the spirit. All this trash y'all talking about here ain't about a rat's behind. Let's talk about what the Most High Yah is doing. What he did. What he was. What he is. What he gonna be. Let's talk about that. How about that? Let's talk about that glory on Mount Zion. Y'all don't know nothing about that, do you? Been in the Christian church 40, 50 years and don't know nothing about the Mount Zion. And it's glory that's going to be in the midst. Oh, y'all don't know nothing about that, do you? Oh, do you want me to tell y'all about the tools? Oh, how about the serpent seed and the spiritual seed, the born of the flesh and born of the spirit? You want to learn something? You've been in somewhere up under somebody for all these years. You don't know nothing. So don't invite me if I can't be a speaker. Because that's what I will go in. I'll pull in, speak, fellowship with them. Sure, I eat, but I'm going to be a speaker. I ain't going to let nobody take anything. No holiday is going to take what I can say in the midst of them on their holiday, they pagan holiday. Halloween, you want me to come at a Halloween party? I show up. Sure I will. I have a word from the Most High Yah. Easter? Oh, yeah. The bunny? Oh, some eggs? Oh, sure. Give me an egg. Give me 2 or 3. After I eat them, I got a message for you all. Sure, I show up. No man on this earth own a day. Yah owns all days, hours, minutes, seconds, weeks, and months. How dare we give them a day and tell them that these are pagan day and you don't want to step in the midst of it and make it Yah day? How about that? Crush that pagan day. No. I remember when I was, I used to go out, okay? And I used to go out with my friend, me and Karen. It's not one time me and her went out dancing, drinking. And when I say dancing and drinking, I normally have a Coke. She normally have a Coke. No, it's called, mine's is a Coke. Hers is a Roman Coke. I think that's what they call it. I never was a drinker, but I liked it to go out with her. And we used to go, I'm talking when I was 21, 22, 23, somewhere in there. Because having babies was about, hey, these babies being a mom, ass was kicked to the curb and worshiping Yah. That's all I did. But when I would go into places, all I could think about is holding a conversation with the Most High Yah. That's all I did. I'm sitting up there with my little Coke and just talking to him, and he talking to me. It's not a time that I have went out with my friend that I did not talk with the Most High Yah. Not one time in my life. Not one time. The music is loud, people dancing, and I'm sitting there talking to Yah. It ain't. Let me go and kick that to the curb and tell the truth doesn't matter. Truth doesn't matter. He talking to me. Oh yeah. What do you see in this place? This looked like hell. It didn't say hell. It said the lake of fire. Do you know these people can find themselves therein? And I'm just couldn't. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. All my life, I'm telling you, I went out a good probably 40 times in my life during the time I was 21, 22, and 23. Now 24 too. And every time I went out, Yah made sure he wore me out with a conversation nonstop. Get on the dance floor. Would you like to dance? Okay, that's one thing I used to know how to do, y'all. Hey, I used to know how to dance. And when I get on the dance floor, I'm just dancing and the Father's talking to me. You think you got it going on, don't you? He said, ain't no eternal and nothing like this. I mean, he's just talking to me the whole time. That's how my living has been. I couldn't even get away with it. One time I told him, no, I'm not, no, this is getting too deep. This is getting too deep. I'm not going to read no more. I'm not going to, no. And I stopped even communicating with him. He got me one time on that couch. I fell asleep and went into a vision. And in that vision, guess what I was doing? Reading and ministering. And it was so real, y'all. It felt so real. It felt so real. When I came out, I said, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. It was scary. It was real scary. Because it was like, so you going to turn away, huh? I tell you what. He brought me into a vision. And I was in that word. Preaching. Teaching. Ministry. And I was just going. And when I came out, I said, it seemed so real. I realized, hey, I was on the couch. What was that about? And now I give you that as a testimony of he don't care where you at, where you think you at. If you are appointed and anointed, predestined, and ordained for his name's sake, for his what? Righteous will. It ain't no such thing as what you ain't gonna do. It's what you gonna do. You see? And it was a very scary thing. Because I just couldn't believe the things I was saying. I was in there just talking and talking. And when I came out, I was so scared because I was like, what was that? What was going on? What was that? Because I had already vowed. I missed 3 days. Didn't want to talk. Didn't want to eat. See, when the Ruach talk to you every day, and you pull up and say, hey, stop talking to me. I ain't going to talk. See, I was silly. I told you I ain't got no sense. I ain't had none. And I just thought, hey, 3 days. I ain't doing nothing. And I sat on the couch to watch TV. Woo! I was bam. So and from that time on, I never did that again. I never said nothing like that to him ever again. Never. Because it ain't we might think that we in full control and in power. You ain't in nothing but your stupidity. He got this thing fully in control because it was all written before it was and before it is or before it's going to be. It has already been in him. Get somewhere and sit down. Go on somewhere and sit down. Do what you're supposed to do and get somewhere and sit down. It's already written. So my daughter came back from the house and she was telling me all these things that they were saying, and they were talking about my daughter's fiance. Why? She invited them to her baby shower. She invited them to her baby shower. And it was beautiful, y'all. It was gorgeous. This child shouldn't have clothes for 2 years. This baby had everything. I mean, from winter to summer. You see? So why would they come to that and then take it and bring it to the family for the Thanksgiving and talk negative? You see? And I told my daughter, I said, you need to talk to your oldest brother and tell him, what year did I stop going with them? We used to go out to eat every Friday and every brunch on every, not brunch, but buffet for breakfast on like Sundays. But we used to go out to eat every Friday. Get with all my sister, my mom, my dad sometime would go. And my son was the first grandchild, so he was the only grandchild there. So you show that was way back. And he asked, I'll never forget, my baby asked me, he said, why we stop going out to eat? I told him straight up. I said, because all they want to do is get together to talk about one another. And I told my daughter, I said, go down there and talk, ask your brother, what age was he when I stopped hanging out with him? See, like I told my kids, this stuff didn't start today. This stuff didn't start today. This stuff, do you know one of the heaviest things that I had to embrace that the Father told me? He said, and this was China 22, so this was something like 23 years ago. He said, your mother and your sister, don't ever think you can change them. Don't ever think they're going to see you for who I called you to be. They're going to see you the way they talk about you and the way they want to see you, even when you're in your grave. When he told me that about my mother and my sisters. That was a hurting thing. And that even made me even more standoffish. Because that's why I said, if they said, come, can you come to a Christmas? We have a Christmas over here. We inviting you only if I'm able to speak. I need a good hour. I fly over there. I catch a plane around the corner. Let me speak. But you know what Yah was teaching me this today? He said, no matter what you speak, you can't change the serpent seed. You can't change he that's born of the flesh. You can't change the one in the darkness because they cannot see, nor can they hear. It's nothing in them. They can embrace any type of truth, especially if it's coming spirit and truth, which is the Most High Yah. So it's just like you just hear. You just hear. In that, why do y'all think I told y'all he said he gave me the endurance spirit and the long suffering? I needed it. Because I'm a long sufferer. They say, I want to out of here. And I'm going to have to endure. But notice he said, until the end, he that endure until the end. And the thing about it, my daughter said, she said, I was telling her, do you notice I don't interfere with y'all going over there? Y'all want to be around y'all family? That's on y'all. They know I've been like this even before they was born. They know I've been like this. But I told her, I said, you notice that me and all of my sisters and my brothers, I said, when have y'all saw us arguing, fussing, or going up against each other? Never. Now one of my kids can say it, even my oldest one, the first grandbaby, he can't even see it. They don't mess with me, y'all. They know not to roll up on me. Non-tolerant to a lot of things. And you know what? That's when I found out. I said it, But that's how I found out I didn't have no sense. Because I'm non-tolerant. Plus, I don't have no sense. So when she went to telling me what they said, I'm like, duh, go ask your brother. That's why and he'll tell you why I stopped. 6 years old. He 45, going on 45. He'll tell your mama stopped then. I used to ask her why she didn't want to go and why we stopped going. That's why. They don't mean nobody no good. And good don't mean them none either. And the truth of the matter, it's just not my household. It's just I don't have no issue telling the truth of the matter of it. And they don't give me no hard time. I don't give them no hard time. Oh, except for when I have to come and say something. If something get out of line. Oh yeah. I step in and step out, but I step in. Okay. Anybody have any thing to say, or if you want to talk about something else, just sorrow and sadness. Yes, I feel the same way. That's why I'm so glad it's finished. When you said that, you used to say that all the time. I'm so glad it's finished and it's over. And every time you say it, when I read it, I be like, oh, I am too. Because I mean, and just because we know that it's finished and it's over, we're willing to admit to it, you know, and we're still living. You see? It ain't that we sad and all that, oh, it's over. No, we still running the race, even though we know it's over and it's finished. Because you don't see nothing don't mount up. And for him to sit here and tell me right when I get on here that they bargained, they settled. United States didn't let them people over here free. They got something out of it, you guys. That was what they bid on. That's why it's going to be hard to get them out. Because you took all those children. Now, where's the children at? Nobody don't want to ask that question. Even though they all know where they at. Yeah, they all. And then they said that somebody on here told me that they found out that they did take that girl's life at her house. They took her life. You see how they'll come down? I don't care how high they are. They'll come down to take you out. They'll come down to take you out quick. Yo, yes, they will. That's why Wendy Williams, I don't think she came went like she and then came to the level. She triggered down slowly enough for everybody to say, well, what's going on right here? This don't sound right. Her eyes got big and she was walking around, even coming to the show with her eyes bucked, and then her body started like triggering off real skinny and sticks. She just had, the only thing she had was the plastic surgery on them boobs sitting up, and all she was sticks. She wasn't like that, y'all, at first. So, the truth of the matter, I came on here yesterday to tell y'all, they did something to her. They did something to her. This lady wasn't like that. But they done got away with doing it to many. And y'all still allowing them. Does that bother me? Sure it does. Sure it does. But I'm starting to understand it. It's a part of the judgment. It's a part of turning up. What you said she died. No, she didn't die, but she gone. I mean, she gone. As they say. I mean, mental, she was already ill, but now they say she just can't move, can't do any, do anything for herself now. But and that's what I said. Let me tell y'all why. Wendy Williams, she triggered down. Okay. She didn't just say, shh. It was like something happened. And then she started coming down. kind of slow to make it slow the downness down. Picked up, come down, picked up, come down, picked up, come down. She couldn't stay up. She would be on the show, off a month, be on the show, off 2 months. And a lot of people, you know what, I'm gonna tell y'all, everything they do, they always come up with a medical condition to cover it up. That's another thing about this country. They didn't cover up so many things. Oh, they didn't cover up so much. Even to the point when I think about Martin Luther King and how he was talking about going to the other side and how we were going to be holding hands and singing. And I believe that y'all did give him the opportunity to see that vision. I really believe that, to see that vision, because what the Hebrew Israelites are teaching is all off, because all nation is going to be in the kingdom. So if all nation is going to be in the kingdom, what is that telling us about on the earth? See, this hate and this racist thing is so high. Both parties, all nation is playing it. All nation has partial of races within it. I know our nation, Judah, do. And I'm here for the nation of Judah and Israel, the tribe of Judah. So I definitely know. We even racist toward our own people and won't admit it. I'm telling you, there's so much going on that it's just, it's sad that no one talks about it. It's sad that no one talks about it because no one really cares about anything, as long as they thinking that I'm all good. And it's okay to think like that. I'm all good too. Look at me. You would never know I was in an emergency room for 5 hours today. Look at me. I'm all good. You see what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter, I had to go there for something, so I couldn't have been all good. But do you see me? I'm all good. You see? So I still have to run the race no matter what's going on. I still have to be in it for what Yah has called me to. You know, I still have to be about my Father's business. More so staying firm in him, you know, trusting in him, and be about what you, not just you, not, and I want to say feel, but that you know that he's in you and what he's all about. You see? And I think that to know what's going on is not a bad thing. I think it's a good thing, because it allows you to embrace it, allow you to salute it and know that he got it, all of it in control, whether it's evil or whether it's righteous. He got it all in control. So if we are not supposed to speak of things, what sense does that make when he created the evil and the righteous? Which, you know, you see what I'm saying? So why should we only talk about one without the other? People love that. And that's what they have built their platform on. Just talking about the things that they feel that's going to cause them to get subscribers, likes, and praise. Something else that bothered me today, and I was, oh boy, I wasn't supposed to be looking at it, and I don't know what, but it was showing me different news that has taken place, and this one man was finally convicted. And in the picture, why did they do that? I can't explain why did they do it. They had him and his daughter that's 8 years old, and she's leaning on him like, my daddy. And I looked at that, I said, look at that baby, my daddy. She holding on to her daddy. And then the title is, Daddy raped 8-year-old girl was raped and murdered by her own daddy. Melanated man. She was looking just like him, y'all. Looked just like him. And I was like, and then I began to, you know, how they line all of them different things that has happened just like that. And as you go down, last week, this week, this year and he just got convicted. All these things that's just here and that's just happening. And it's like a quiet storm to me in the world today. It's real quiet, you know? And it's not that things are not happening. It's that people are not embedded in it or could care less. I think the hearts of people are so waxed hard toward things that's actually happening to the point where, hey, that's on them. That's on them. So what do you think him turning it up is going to be? It's going to have to be turned up so we can feel it where we need to feel it. You know? We're going to have to be tried by the fire. We need to. I truly believe it. Because I think that we are getting off. You know how you're driving and you're supposed to be on this one-way street, and you're supposed to be going down this one street here because it's leading you to where you at or where you're going. You decide to get off that lane and go into the lane coming opposite way. That's how I kind of feel that people are heading the wrong way, because they ain't heading to the way that we supposed to be heading out. See, we supposed to be going in one direction, but it's like people going the opposite direction for some reason or another. That one direction lead us. Remember, if you're going through the gate, or you coming out of the gate, or you going into the gate, there's two gates. One is narrow that leads to the way of life, and one is broad that leads to destruction. Now, let's say you got both gates. Do you go in the gate or come out of the gate? When that's the example I'm setting for you all and how I'm seeing things. It's like people coming out of the gate, whether it's the broad gate or whether it's the narrow gate. It just feels like people are coming away from spirit and truth and the light. They're coming away from what we should be running head on to. They're coming away. They're coming from away from. And it's confusing to me, because I'm like saying, well, wait a minute. I'm feeling this thing, Father. Well, what's going on? And like I said, I am grateful that he allowed me to feel it. That means when it's turned up, when I'm not going to be turned up with it, because I'm already feeling it. While people are standing and they're saying, they ain't saying nothing. And it ain't nothing they can say. You can't change the situation. But this is why it's so much silence that's going on toward all this wicked and evil, because no one has a voice to speak. And these people on all these platforms, they're not speaking any spirit and truth. They're not speaking with the light in their right hand. They're not speaking to get people to hear what we are in the midst of and what we are among. Now, you got a lot of people who are on here and they're making videos about a lot of things coming, and this coming, and this coming, and y'all is about to do this, he's about to do this, he's about to do this. And the next week, same thing, over and over and over. Next week, same thing, over and over and over. So what are they doing? They're making videos. They're getting likes, they're getting subscribers, because they're not really saying nothing but the same thing. They now got, and it started with a couple of people. Now they're all doing it. A lot of them are doing it, where they said this person was near death and died and came back and said that, let me give an example, and said that Beyonce was in hell when they went. You see how people mess it up? Now others are doing the same thing. I saw Bill Gates in hell when I was in the coma. I was in a car accident. Why are y'all playing with that? Why is he going to let you see who in hell when you need to be in there? Woo-wee. Why is he going to cause you to halfway die, go into hell, see who there, and come back and tell everybody, oh, I saw so-and-so in here. What was you doing down there? Why were you there? seeing Beyonce in hell. You didn't realize you was there too. See, they don't think. They don't think. But it's all about licensed subscriber. That should have told them right then. Well, if I was in hell, then wait a minute, hold up. Now, wait a minute. If I'm in hell, hold up. Beyonce, and I saw Beyonce, what is that saying? So he going to take you out of hell, bring you back, and say, I saw Beyonce. This is what they're doing. And they're doing it towards stars, people who call themselves famous. These are what these people are doing. Why they found a little a part where they see people getting subscribers and likes. Oh, I can do it like this, and I can get a lot of subscribers and likes. And they booming. Want me to tell you another one? The Chosen. Many of all that when they got on this thing about The Chosen, oh, it was off the chain. They tell you all about The Chosen. How in the rest behind you gonna know The Chosen and you don't even know Yah? But you know all about The Chosen. Who chose you to choose who's The Chosen? Who chose you to know about The Chosen? Who are you? They couldn't even tell you. All on YouTube. Booming. That was really booming at one time. People doing a page talking about the chosen ones and who they are and what they do. And in me, I'm like, you're not the chosen, but you're going to talk about who's the chosen? Who gave you that? And they did the same way with narcissists. They got on that and it started booming. Everybody started talking about narcissists. And they don't even understand that's a man-made word that's been put there to get away from what it really is. Satan, demonic, wicked and evil. Call it what it is and call it out. You see? So many things that they do, they come onto YouTube when they see that a lot of people are making money on all these other topics. They said, wait a minute, let me get on here and do this. Let me get on here. And people in the world eats it up and eats it down. People love it. They love that type of entertainment. And you know what else that they doing that's entertaining? But it's so degrading. It is so degrading. It's when they get these women over in Africa marry these or Chinese people or Korean people. You see, Japanese people, black women marrying Chinese, Japanese, Korean men. They go over there, pay for them, and bring them back to their country. And they think they own cloud nine. And and the mindset of the women that they chooses. Oh my God. And even those that's even on YouTube, these women are having baby after baby after baby. And they get the to me, let me not, don't you go there, Deborah. Don't you go there, Deborah. Okay. They get these women and they have babies, and these women can't even see themselves in the baby. Let me put it like that. How about that? You see? You can't even see yourself in that because that baby don't look like you. And they just keep having them because something in their mind telling them that they are birthing something so beautiful. And it's a game, y'all. It's a game out here. And the things that every last one, I have not seen not one black woman from Africa nor from America marry a European man that act like they got some sense. So my conclusion is they know what they picking. They know what they getting. Sure they do. They know exactly what they're getting. Because these women act like they don't have no sense, none whatsoever. They think they in heaven because they got a European or a Chinese man or a Korean man or a career South Korea or North Korea or a Japanese man. They got something. They don't even act like they have any sense, but they all on YouTube. The truth of the matter, I don't think they do have any sense. I mean, I ain't talking the sense that Sister Deborah had. They ain't even got the other sense. I got the spiritual sense that's gonna override the flesh sense. These women here ain't got neither nor. First and foremost, I don't tell y'all, let me tell y'all something. I don't care if you over in Africa. I don't care where you come from. If God created your baby to have hair on their head, who told you to go shave their heads every 3 months? What would tell you to shave the baby's head? And this one, she wanted to shave hers. One number 3 years old, not 3 years old, three days old. But her a Swedish, I don't know if he's Swedish or German husband, he didn't want it. So she goes to YouTube and asks everybody what do they think. They told her, don't do that to that baby. Oh, it's our culture. Who gets a rat's behind about your culture? If you want to hang on to your culture, take your culture tail on back over there where you stand and keep your culture. Why you gonna lay up with another nation and then have a baby and go shaving the baby's hair off? Who would do something like they do it? I'm telling y'all, they do it. And when I see that, I'm like, why would y'all do that? Why would y'all? I seen them do it with the Chinese. Why do you shave your baby's hair off? Why would God create a child newborn and you go 3-4 days and cut their hair off? It doesn't make any sense, y'all. Because they want the children to look the way they fantasize their culture to be. And the people in this one lady's live chat told her, don't mess with the baby's hair. All of them was telling her, don't cut the baby's hair. She said, but it's my culture. Stupid. And I sit back and I say, it's nothing wrong. I don't see it's nothing wrong if that's what you want. But it's something wrong with these women that they getting. They short, y'all. Something missing. No, ain't no something missing. Look like everything missing. And they doing it. They know that it's something missing. But I'm like saying, but do you? It's something missing. And that's the truth of the whole matter. What? I don't care if China cut theirs off. I don't care if Japanese cut theirs off. I don't care if African cut theirs off. Why would y'all create a baby at that young age to come to a world and cut their hair off? That don't make any sense. That's just like to me with the Hebrew Israelites trying to tell a woman what to do with hers. Nobody had the right to tell you what to do with your hair. If he gave it to you, he gave it to you for some reason or another. It don't make no difference if you cover it up and if you don't. Why don't it make any difference? Because kingdom already got you in and out. So what difference does it make if your head covered or if it's not? How's it going to stop you from going to hell? How's it going to stop you from going to the kingdom forever? It's not. Oh, no. Here we go, y'all. Wait a minute, Deborah. Let me write it down. It is written, Deborah. Okay. Deborah, you're going to the, now I ain't gonna say the lake of hell. Deborah, you're going to the kingdom. You're going to the kingdom. You got your head wrapped. Your head wrapped. Oh, you got your fringes. You got your you got your dress on. Y'all crazy. That's, remember I told y'all I feel so grateful that the Most High taught me what took place before the world. So when I get down here, when I'm down here, I don't have to listen to these clowns. And I say that to each and every last one of you, and it went over y'all heads. But just think about that. You think y'all gonna be concerned about your head wrap? Is your head gonna be wrapped when you go to the kingdom? When you go into the lake of hell, is your head gonna be wrapped? See, y'all? These are traditions on earth that flesh has created. I'm like saying, but Father, why would you give a woman hair and to give little girls hair and give little boys hair, and they just supposed to shave them off when they newborn? Who would do that? And the little girls over in Africa, they shave their hair off and continue to shave it off. Who created this stuff to be going on down here like that? And I would even question all these other, over in Iran, Iraqi, or whatever, and all these other places, not just there, other places. Why is everybody always messing with the females? Why are you messing with her private area and cutting that off? Why are y'all tampering with the females so much? What's the problem? Why are you always down there messing with something? If you ain't messing with her hair, you messing with something. Leave her alone. Because ain't nothing on the outside of this flesh is going to determine what she's going for eternal. So that's why I tell y'all, a lot of this stuff they got people believing and tradition and drilling you with is for the flesh. Tell you what, let them pull up something for the spirit. They wouldn't be able to. They wouldn't be able to nail nothing for the flesh. I mean, nothing for the spirit. So why are they nailing everything different in the flesh and telling you this is the way it got to be? Wait a minute. Heavens either put you in one book or the other. He did that before the foundation of the world. So how are you going to get down here and walk away that tradition and man says in their order, in their way, and their traditions, and it has nothing to do with the kingdom? You see what I'm saying? You see how easy the flesh is to follow wrong? And when you finish following it, Sister Deborah put on her long dress and wrap her head, take off her earrings, and try to play the role in the flesh. Guess what? I can still be predestined for the hell. Why? Because I'm trying to look it on the outside when I'm not on the inside. You see what I'm saying? People more concerned about their outer being and appearance in a way that they can manipulate people. I'm holy. I'm a woman of the Most High Yah. I'm a man of the Most High Yah. And then you roll up on them and say, wait a minute, what are you in spirit and truth? Do you have the Ruach? And if so, do you speak spirit and truth? Where's your light in your right hand? You got it? They wouldn't even know where you're coming from because they are holding on to so many traditions to the point people are lost with a cause and without it. They don't know if they're going to come. They just on for the ride. They just on their ride. They don't even understand that it doesn't even what they're doing and what they're saying. Y'all ain't concerned about that. How is it that all these babies are missing? How is it that all those people hung up on the trees and was lynched Did y'all come down and change it? Boy, Luther King got killed. Malcolm X too. See, nobody get to the truth of the matter. Where did y'all play the role in none of this? He did play a role in it. He put everybody in the kingdom where they need to be for eternal. How about that? How about that? You see? Martin Luther King was said to be a Christian. Malcolm X was said to be Islam, a Muslim. Y'all don't care about your Muslim. He don't care about you being a Christian. He don't care about you being a Jehovah's Witness or a Catholic or 7 days or whatever, a Buddha. He cares about what he got written. All this mess that they cranking up on the earth don't mean nothing. That's why people can't find the light. That's why people can't sit up under spirit and truth. They so full of a lot of this worldly stuff and tradition to where they can't even see Yah. See that he ain't even involved in all of that. Because this is what I'm talking about. This is what you call the truth of the matter. There's two. You're dealing with flesh and spirit. Anytime their tradition is to cause the flesh to do something, therefore you have to be able to understand it was for the flesh. When you do things for the spirit, it represents Yah. He gets the glory. He gets the honor. He gets the praise. It goes on his count. It's a big difference, y'all. Big difference. You see? Because we so embedded in darkness to the point where we don't understand. We got two parts of us. We got the flesh and we got the spirit. And we do not even work on putting it in the right perspective. We not understanding one is supposed to worship Yah. The other one is just there, living. And while it's living, what's wrong with worshiping Yah? Why you living? What's wrong with giving him the glory? What's wrong with giving him the praise? Why you living? Because he'd already assigned and appointed and anointed you to be where you're supposed to be for eternal. So look like I would rather worship the one that got me from the all the way to eternal. And then he's allowing me to live too? Come on. You mean he got me here and he allowed me to still live? Come on. But people just don't see that. Because they want to make sure they mold in you a tradition and a way that not one kept back in the days. They couldn't keep them then. But they want to pull them up in a day of your captivity and tell you, keep it. Those that was in the back, they wasn't in captivity and they didn't keep it. You in captivity and they trying to make you keep the tradition. You see how stupid they sound? They're not keeping it, but they want to make sure you keep it. Another thing that I also paid a visit, because it keep popping up. You got all these people, these males. See, this is what I'm telling y'all. You got all these Negro men that were black apples that fell from the apple tree of Dow's. They fell to the ground. And now all of them got videos going after him. And guess what, y'all? Likened to the tree itself. They hold dominion, y'all. It's carbon copy of Dow's. The way they talk, curse, the disrespect, their standards, their swag, Dow all over again. Why? Because they was on his tree as black apples and they fell off. And when they fell off, they was a carbon copy of the tree itself. Why? Because when you get around these people enough time to where you become who they are, then you're not going to come out of them. You're in them. And then you come out and try these videos. Several of them came out, y'all. Make all these videos regarding him, but can't even see that you're a carbon copy of him. And nobody says a word to him. These men are just making videos after videos. A lot of them, y'all, they're coming out. Just coming out of Dowd's camp, and they just talking about him and what's going on in there. And I'm like saying, but baby, you the apple that fell from it. You know different. You even sound like you got a swag. You even talking the same way he talking. The same mentalities. But guess what? I'm going to show y'all something. Watch this here. They come from off the tree of Dowd. They fall onto the ground. They get up and they go away, and they talking about the hell they caught while they were in there. Okay? They stayed in there. Do y'all know they are ridiculing him all kind of ways? They're making videos after videos, nonstop, hours of video. But guess what, y'all? Guess what? One thing you ain't gonna take them away that they gonna keep like that is many wives. You see what I'm saying? You see that trash? Now you done ridiculed him to be the devil of the devil, but the only thing you gonna make sure he was right about is you having many wives. You see how sick that is? That just shows you how sick they are. Those, even the women that is around Dow's, they'll never come out with any sense because they stayed too long. Let's say, for instance, you go into a place and you stay there a month, half of a year. Get out. Why are you staying year after year? Because you want something. You want something. He got something you want. That's all it's about, y'all. He got something that you want. And it's going to make you feel you don't have to work. You don't have to labor. You don't have to be responsible nor accountable as long as you sign everything over to him. They got what they asked for. Because as others, as when they first start coming out, they just start coming out one at a time. A woman, a man, a woman. And then the man and the woman, they talking about all the ways that everybody, Rufus and all of them did them. They did them the same way that they're doing Dow's. And I'm like saying, but bro, you did the people that came before you out. You see what that's how messed up everything is. To where you can be an apple on a bad tree, fall from the tree, then pull out and talk about how bad the tree is, not even seeing that you is just as worse or worse. Can't even see it. Nobody ain't even telling them. It's so many videos that's on this devil platform that is on here talking about all kind of old stupid stuff. And it ain't that it's stupid. Honestly, it's a lot of wicked and evil. I'm just going to put it where it needs to be. It's wicked and evil. And they calling right wrong and wrong right. And I'm like saying, how are you going to sit here and get all this stuff and put, y'all should see the abomination they be putting up. Just going into the world, getting a whole bunch of crazy stuff and throwing it on the video to make a video about Dowd. That man is all that and some when it comes down to evil and wicked. But you know what the Father said? Long as they hands on, my hands off. Long as they hands on, my hands is off. Long as their hands is on, my hands is off. Why? Why? Why would your hands be off? If wicked is wicked, why would your hands be off? Because if he don't move his hand off, they're going to say it was what they did. Is why this happened to him. You see what I'm saying? They would say it's what they did and what they said that caused these things to happen to him. Why? Because they got their hands and mouth on them so much to where your hands is off. Say, because when my hands on, it's going to be on. It's going to be on. But since y'all got y'all mouths on them and y'all are no different than he is, you the apples that fell from it, and you fell from it once things got bad for you with him. You didn't fall until it got bad for you. You did what he did to other people. And it got bad for you, then now you got something to say. But your hands on, my hands be off. It's no way he should be even standing up right now. But what happened? If they hands going to be on it, y'all's hands going to be off. Don't think he ain't going to get it, though. Don't think he ain't going to pull up, because he is. Pull up. Oh, yes, he will. So just seeing things that's just being in this wilderness, it gives you the opportunity to look out and about. And as you're looking out and about, honestly, sometimes I say, Father, how long? How long, Father? How long must it? How long must it be, Father, y'all? And what, I'm going to tell you what I keep coming up to? Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's going to be the worst of the worst. So that's why I always creeping in telling y'all, look, you ain't seen nothing yet. He's going to turn that bad boy up. See, a lot of y'all waiting for things to hit you a certain way. But you're going to swear down. Somebody knock you in the back of your head when y'all turn that bad boy up. You're going to swear down the whole world in the universe doing something bad to you. Or you're going to swear down that someone's trying to do something to you. And you're going to miss it when he turned that dial up. I'd rather be already prepared for what he's showing me and what he have shown me than to, and I salute what he showed me and he's shown me. I salute it. I say, oh, yeah, I see that. I see this here too. I see what you're saying. I see over here. I see here. But then I turn around and tell him, but Father, ain't nobody talking about it. Ain't nobody saying. So today it was like, to me, it's like a quiet storm. It's like a peaceful storm somewhere around about now. And that's the way I'm kind of feeling it, even though I know it's something else there to come. There's something else coming. But why is everybody I say everybody because I feel it in the spirit that people are at a level where it's like the quiet storm. Everybody got real quiet. Y'all didn't notice that lately? Things have gotten really quiet. And it's looked like it's getting quieter and quieter. All because of what's coming. This world, this country, and the elites, they are doing things, but the only way they can do these things and fulfill the things in which they trying to fulfill is to make sure they get you distracted. They don't want you to see what they're doing or what they're about to do. So they're going to always be putting things on CNN, NBC, CBS, and all these things about this going on, this going on, this going on. You see? To keep you from seeing what's actually. No, they ain't gonna let you see them. They ain't gonna let you see them. Even if they do, they'll let you see them because they know you still ain't gonna see them. Like this bio that came out. That was them. And people didn't even see it. Don't even know how they got hit in the back of the head. Have no idea what took place. And even when they pulled up with the shot, no one ever, and I noticed that people don't do the study of what it is. It's some sort of thing that's growing in people's body. And that's why they see it now. They got a lot of strokes, a lot of heart attacks, people falling instant dead. That's because these things that are growing in these people is causing their organs to shut down, to stop functioning. Why? Because they're growing in your veins. They're growing in your arteries. That's what the shot was. Another DNA of some sort of entity. People don't care. So why? And you wonder why a lot of people are smoking this crap. And I finally got an understanding of it. I couldn't understand what is with this new this smoking stuff, this weed stuff that they make it. They're putting even chemicals in it that can affect you, even though you're not smoking it, but that you're inhaling it. That's what they're doing. The spirit told me that. The spirit told me that. Because I just didn't make no sense. I said, just don't make no sense. Just to smell it makes me sick. And it's not like a sick of a horrible smell. It just does something to you and get me lightheaded. And that's when he had to tell me. That's the intent. That's the purpose. But they don't see it, Deborah. They don't even know it. They don't even know it. A person can walk past you after smoking it. And that scent going to stay right there with you. And even though that person gone. That's how heavy it is. They made it with something that's going to also stick with you. It's not just for them that's smoking it. It is for them that they are around. The smell of it has a kick to it, y'all. And that kick is not a good thing. It's an evil thing. It's a very, very evil thing. So when y'all say in the end days, knowledge shall be increased, he's speaking of spiritual knowledge. And just because man hasn't seen the spiritual knowledge, he's going to let them be ignorant with the natural knowledge. Because they are. Everybody. They don't see who Elon Musk is. They don't see what he's doing. They don't see what's going on in space. They don't see nothing. They don't see nothing. All they want to see is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, things that's really destructive to the point where abomination and what's that other destruction? I definitely know witchcraft and sorcery and people who are false, fake in every shape, form, and fashion, and people are content. Why? Because it's like soap operas. They can't wait till it come on so they can get the lie. They know it ain't real, but that's what they in love with. The lie itself. So that's a part of the truth of the matter. That many things are before us, and we still don't have the eye to see and the ear to hear. But if you go back, you'll hear him saying, they say they see, Deborah, but they cannot see. They say they hear, but they cannot hear. Because he have also poured out such a strong delusion on many people to where they are not even looking to hear nor to see anything. They believe in what is right before them. So I, Sister Deborah, hope that you got something out of that, the truth of the whole matter. And I'm sure that each and every last one of you have a truth of the whole matter of something. I know you do, without a doubt. So I, Sister Deborah, hope you got something out of it. And I will be back. And I say into each and every last one of you, I appreciate each and every last one of you in the live chat and for you all tuning in. And I will be back. And I say unto you, shalom and shalom.